Hi, this is Dale O'Shills, pastor of Church of the Redeemer in Gaithersburg, Maryland. Thank you so much for joining me today for our devotional time. I want to talk to you today about being an overcomer. Think about that for a moment. Overcoming. Now, overcoming really implies something. You cannot be an overcomer until you realize there are things you have to overcome. And there's a fight that's engaged in the process. And part of learning how to fight a good fight of faith, a spiritual fight, and overcoming those things that may be holding you back in life, is to identify enemies. And there are very specific spiritual enemies that you and I contend with. I want to talk today about one of those enemies. I just want to plant a little thought in your mind, something for you to reflect upon throughout this day. The Bible says that the world that we live in is an anti-God world. That's why we're told not to love this world. See, the world that we live in is a world that has a lot of humanistic philosophies and value systems that are based upon a man's thinking rather than God's thinking. And there's an evil influence of the world. There's darkness in our world. And if we're not careful, the darkness in the world can penetrate our thinking, penetrate our lives, and before long, we're accepting the values and the priorities and the ways of living that the world portrays around us. It comes to us through media, it comes to us through all kind of influences, interactions that we have day in and day out. So I want you to be on guard and realize that in Jesus Christ, He calls us to love not the world or the things of the world. That means that we are not to sort of disengage from the world. We're in the world, but we're not of the world. And so remember today that you and I are people that are called to be influencers on the world, not to allow the world to influence us. Make a decision. Make a choice today. Say, I will be an overcomer. I'm going to fight that anti-God spirit that tries to get into me.